From now on, we're going to take care of my sister and my niece. We'll provide their food, clothes, a place to live. Everything. Huh? What is he talking about? I mean, for the past month, my sister-in-law hasn't paid a single penny for this house. We've been feeding her. Wait, you never said they'd be living with us all the time. Laura and her husband are divorced, so we have to help her and my niece. We'll build a new house and start fresh as a family of 5. I didn't even know what he meant anymore. The words just came out of my mouth without thinking. Okay, then I'm divorcing you. My name is Rachel. I'm 32 years old and a stay-at-home mom. I've been married to my husband Jake for 7 years and we live with our 5-year-old daughter Lily. I thought we had a happy life together, but I was wrong. It turns out the most important person to Jake wasn't me or our daughter. It was his sister. This all happened one evening. I thought it was Jake coming home, so I went to open the door. But instead, I found his sister, Laura, and her daughter, Emma, standing there. I'm home. Welcome back. Oh, Laura, what are you doing here? I brought them, Jake said. Hi, Rachel. It's been a while, Laura added. Oh, hi. I quickly grabbed Jake's arm and whispered. Ouch. What? I'm asking you, why did you bring them here? Oh, Laura is having some problems with her husband. I felt bad for her, so I told her she could stay with us. No way. That's insane. What? Why? You should have asked me first. This is my home too. Lily is here as well. So you want me to abandon my sister? That's so cruel. That's not what I'm saying. It's not like they'll be here forever. With that, he just walked into the living room like it was no big deal. But of course, I wasn't going to let them stay forever. I had learned over the years that Jake was way too attached to his sister. Even when we were dating, he always talked about how amazing she was. But I had never seen him dote on her like this before. Back then, I thought he was just a family-oriented guy who cared about his sister. But now I wasn't so sure. Not long after we got married, my sister-in-law started visiting our house by herself. She kept interrupting our newlywed life, eating dinner with us and going shopping with my husband like it was completely normal. Jake never told her to stop. Instead, he would just say, "It's so much fun." But then Laura got married, and before I could lose my patience, she finally stopped coming over. I was relieved. Now, after all these years, I was afraid we were about to go through the same nightmare again. I sighed and walked back to the living room. Laura was already lying on the couch, watching TV. She acted like she owned the place. And of course, Jake was spoiling her even more. Laura, do you want some coffee? Yes, please. Emma, I'll get you some oranges. Yay, cool. There's pudding in the fridge. I love pudding. Hey, I bought that for Lily, me, and you. Don't be so stingy. We should treat guests well, right? Are you sitting on stingy? Lily looked so sad that her pudding was gone. Lily, let's go to a restaurant. You can eat whatever sweets you want there. Really? Yay. I felt bad for my daughter, and honestly, I needed a break. At the restaurant, Lily was happily eating her parfait, her eyes shining. I sipped my coffee, thinking about how to get rid of Laura. Then, suddenly, oh, so this is where you are. What? To my shock, Jake had followed us to the restaurant. You could have at least made food for us. I left dinner on the table. You should have made something fresh for Laura and Emma, too. Rachel, you're not much of a housewife, are you? What? What are you even saying? Instead of arguing, he sat down, looked at the menu, and ordered steaks for himself and Laura. He also got a kid's meal for Emma. I had been hoping for a quiet moment alone with my daughter, but now that was ruined. Then Laura suddenly said, I want the same parfait Lily is eating. Jake added, yeah, I want dessert too. So he ordered 2 more parfaits and Laura and Emma shared one. How much do you even eat? You just had pudding before this. That's why we came to a restaurant. Ew, I'm so full. Me too, I'm getting sleepy. Well, let's go home. Then, just as they stood up, Jake said, Rachel, pay the bill. What? Before I could even react, he walked out with Laura and Emma, leaving me with the check. In the end, I had to pay for Laura's food out of our family budget. And since Jake ordered expensive meals, the bill was nearly $50. If he hadn't brought Laura, we wouldn't have spent that much. 2 weeks passed and Laura still hadn't left. Jake was so focused on his sister and niece that he barely even looked at his own daughter. One day, Lily came to me, tears in her eyes. Mom, is Emma more important to Dad than me? I held her close, trying to comfort her. Sweetheart, Emma is just in a tough situation right now. She had to leave her home. But deep down, I knew this wasn't just about helping family. Jake was putting Laura first, no matter how it hurt the rest of us. So your dad is just trying to be nice to her. I knew I couldn't keep living like this, so I decided to talk to Jake and ask him to fix the situation. Lily is really sad because you don't pay attention to her. I'm not saying you shouldn't care about Emma, but you need to be there for Lily too. Jake gave me an annoyed look and muttered, "Okay. What's with that attitude? Are you really that bothered by spending time with your own daughter? Why do you have to be so annoying? Fine, I'll talk to Lily too." But even after that, nothing really changed. He still spent most of his time with Emma and only gave Lily attention when he had extra time. A whole month had passed since Laura and Emma moved in. Every couple of weeks, I asked Jake when they were planning to leave, but his answer was always the same. I don't know yet. Laura and Emma did whatever they wanted, and no matter how much I cleaned, the apartment got messy again in no time. Our place was small because we were saving money to build a house in the future. But with Laura and Emma making a mess, the whole apartment felt cramped and dirty all the time. Originally, we each had our own room, one for me, one for Jake, and one for Lily. But ever since Laura moved in, I had to share a room with Lily, while my old room became Laura's. Just when I thought I couldn't take it anymore, Jake dropped a bombshell. From now on, we'll be taking care of my sister and niece. We'll pay for their food, clothes, shelter, everything. Huh? What is he talking about? Laura hasn't paid a single penny since she got here. Wait a second, you never said they'd be living with us forever. Laura and her husband are divorced, so we have to help her and Emma. We're going to build a new house and start a new life as a family of 5. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. The words came out of my mouth automatically. Okay, then I'm divorcing you. What? Divorce? Of course. I can't stay married to someone who puts his sister and niece above his own wife and daughter. What? That's why you're leaving me. You're just jealous. Jealous? Don't make me laugh. I just can't live with them anymore. Lily and I are done putting up with this. Don't talk about my sister like that. I'm just telling the truth. They're just 2 extra people draining our money and making our lives miserable. Jake's face twisted with anger. That's enough. If you want a divorce, fine. I won't miss either of you. Good, here you go. I pulled out the divorce papers from the drawer and handed them to him. I had already reached my limit and picked them up from City Hall a few days ago. His face turned red as he grabbed the papers and filled out his section. I took them, packed up my things, and left with Lily. I went back to my parents' house, leaving that mess behind for good. After that, we had a meeting with a lawyer to settle everything about our money and property. For some reason, Jake even brought his sister, Laura, with him. I just wanted to see for myself how miserable you'd be, she sneered. Normally, I would have been furious, but at this point, I didn't care. I stayed calm and focused on what needed to be done. We'll split the savings 50-50 since we saved it after getting married. Jake looked surprised. Wow, that's a lot of money. I shrugged. It's fine. I can handle it, especially since I already got a fair amount from my divorce with my first husband. Jake smirked. Well, good. Are we done here? I nodded. I guess so. Jake turned to his sister with a smile. Laura and I will build a new house and start a nice life with Emma. Laura smirked at me. Ha, and you? A single mom living in a tiny, rundown apartment? That's so sad. I smiled back. Actually, I'll be staying with my parents for now, and they're helping me with Lily. But by the way, you keep talking about building a new house. Did you forget something? Jake frowned. What? I sighed. Oh, Jake, you really are forgetful sometimes. He looked confused. What are you talking about? We were only planning to build a house because my dad offered to give us land. But now that we're divorced, that land isn't yours anymore. So unless you want to buy your own land, you won't be able to build anything. With the money you have left, the best you can afford is a tiny shack. Jake's face turned pale, and he went completely silent. Laura panicked. Wait. What? Jake, you said we'd get to live in a brand new house for free. I picked up my things. Not my problem. Anyway, I'll be going now. Bye. Wait, come back here, Laura shouted. I ignored her and walked out with my lawyer. The shocked and miserable looks on their faces were honestly kind of funny. Later, I heard that Jake was still living in the same apartment with Laura and Emma. But now, with 3 people to support and child support payments for Lily, his savings were shrinking fast. Apparently, Laura's ex-husband left her because she wasted too much money, so I have no doubt she'll burn through Jake's savings too. At one point, Jake actually tried to contact me, asking if we could get back together. I ignored him and blocked his number. Meanwhile, I got a new job, and my parents are helping me take care of Lily. She's really close to them now, and they adore her. She doesn't even ask about her father anymore. Since the divorce, she hasn't once mentioned wanting to see him. I'm focused on raising my daughter and building a happy life with my family. Thanks for watching. If you like this story, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.